Today I'm reviewing Cray-Pas Expressionist Oil Pastels. Hi, I'm Syndia. If you like painting and drawing, join the fun and subscribe. There will be more. This 50-piece set of oil pastels was sent to me by Sakura. Thank you. I use them quite a bit in different videos. I'm ready to give you my thoughts. This 50-piece set is about $35 US, and of course prices vary over time and by country. This set includes 48 colors and 2 extenders. Extenders are used to blend oil pastels. I can't say that I have a lot of experience using them. I usually use white to blend colors together. I understand that using white makes everything lighter. I personally don't mind it. I like the look of it. So the extender stick is something very interesting to include in a set like this, but I can't say that I really used it a lot. There's a very nice selection of colors here, and there are also 2 metallic colors, a silver and a greenish golden color. In using the Expressionist set and in comparing it with other brands that I have, I'm noticing that the pigment isn't exactly where I would wish it to be. Although it's important to note that some colors are less pigmented by nature than others. Lighter shades like pinks, sometimes purples, and gray and light greens tend to be more patchy and less pigmented. That's to be expected. But I found that in this set, even with the darker blues or the reds, I could see a little less pigment that I'm used to, seeing the paper peek through a little bit more. Having said that, it doesn't mean that you can't work with a pastel that is a little less pigmented. I feel like the type of paper you use has a big impact on how the pigment will lay and how opaque things will look. So I tested this purple, which is the least pigmented of all. It's a dark color, but it's very, very patchy. I tested it on that regular paper I was using, comparing it to a better paper, Somerset, which I really love. On camera, the difference might be a little bit subtle, but in person, I can assure you that the pigment looks a lot better on the Somerset paper. So that's one way to go around it. Another way that I personally use all the time is to blend with white. So I would add some white to my first layer to kind of make everything smooth and blended. Then I would go back in with that same color to darken it a little bit. In the end, you get a shade lighter than the original color, but you get that opaque feel. My philosophy is that no matter what material I use, I can usually make it work. So if it's a set you already purchased, you can make beautiful drawings with it. You just have to learn how to work with it a little bit more. I also did a comparison between blending with the extender stick, which is essentially an oil pastel but without pigment, versus blending with a white stick. I personally prefer the white stick, but it's really a question of personal taste because some people might not like the milky effect it gives or the fact that it lightens a shade. I just love that it makes the shade very opaque and smooth, whereas the extender left things a little bit more streaky. When it comes to blending and layering multiple shades on top of each other, I didn't find any major problems. Everything blends pretty well. There's no excess crummies, there's no gumminess or weird texture when layering multiple colors. I find that the pigment really grips well on the paper. To my knowledge, Cray-Pas has 3 oil pastel ranges. So the junior artist, which is the student grade, there's the specialist, which is the professional grade, and there's this expressionist set. If I consider the price of this set and the pigment payoff and all the different qualities that it has, I honestly feel that there are other options out there that are comparable in quality but better in price. My conclusion is that you get a nice color selection, you have good blendable oil pastels, but considering the price point, I feel like the pigment payoff may be lacking just a little bit. Don't forget to subscribe. If you want more inspiration, you can watch this next.